All stories shared on the Revenge Flame channel are submitted by our subscribers or created by us, inspired by real-life events we have experienced or witnessed. We upload new stories every day for your entertainment. We hope you enjoy them. Thank you. Henry leaned against the kitchen island in their Austin backyard, the late summer Texas heat still clinging to the air even after sunset. String lights swayed above the long picnic table where Olivia had thrown one of her famous team morale barbecues. 8 years married, 2 kids finally sleeping through the night. Her career at the boutique marketing agency finally taking off. Tonight, though, something felt off. Olivia, barefoot in a sundress, stood next to her creative director, Lewis, both of them holding margaritas, laughing too hard at some inside joke about a disastrous client pitch. Then she raised her glass to the small crowd of co-workers and neighbors. Everyone, a toast to Lewis, the man who actually gets my brain firing on all cylinders. Henry's amazing at keeping the servers running and the kids alive. But let's be honest, Lewis is the one who makes my pulse race with those wild campaign ideas. Laughter rippled through the group. A few knowing glances landed on Henry. He forced a smile, but his grip on the beer bottle turned his knuckles white. Olivia's hand rested casually on Lewis's forearm the whole time she spoke. Too long, too comfortable. As the party wound down and guests trickled out, Henry stayed quiet while they cleaned up. Olivia hummed happily, oblivious. He already knew what he would do next. The next morning, Henry woke before dawn, the barbecue's smoky smell still hanging in their Austin bedroom. Olivia slept soundly beside him, phone face down on the nightstand. He didn't touch it, not yet. Instead, he slipped downstairs, made coffee, and opened his laptop at the kitchen table, where last night's margarita glasses still sat. He started small, opened her work Slack on his browser. She never logged out. Scrolled back through months of messages with Lewis. At first, it was all campaign, brainstorms and client complaints. Then the tone shifted. Late night, you still up? Pings. Memes only they seemed to get. A photo of Lewis's new hiking boots with her reply, those look dangerous. Want to test them out sometime? Henry's stomach dropped. He screenshot everything, saved it to an encrypted folder labeled Taxes 2024. By noon, Olivia was at a strategy brunch downtown. Henry stayed home with the kids, playing dinosaurs on the living room floor while his mind raced. He wasn't angry, yet just cold, methodical. He remembered Lewis mentioning once that he lived in a condo over on South Congress, easy enough to find online. Henry pulled up the building's public resident directory. There it was, Lewis Hargrove, Unit 412. He closed the laptop, kissed his daughter's head, and whispered to himself, okay, game on. Henry spent the following week in Dallas for a tech conference, but his mind stayed in Austin. Olivia texted him updates about work, mostly about Lewis's brilliant new pitch that had the office buzzing. Each message fueled him. Back home, he suggested throwing another barbecue, this time for their anniversary. Let's make it big, he said casually over dinner. Invite your whole team, even Lewis. Olivia's eyes lit up. Really? You sure? He's been so supportive lately. Henry nodded, hiding his smirk. Absolutely. I want to meet the guy who makes you race. While she planned the menu, he dug deeper, hired a discreet PI friend from college to tail. Lewis. Photos arrived via encrypted email. Lewis and Olivia at a cozy coffee shop, her hand on his knee under the table. Not physical yet, but emotional, undeniable. Henry printed one, tucked it away. The party was set for Saturday. His revenge, subtle, sharp, and incoming. Saturday arrived with a crisp Austin breeze, perfect for the anniversary barbecue Henry had orchestrated. Their backyard buzzed with neighbors, Olivia's co-workers, and even a few of Henry's old college buddies he'd flown in last minute. Olivia glowed in a floral top, flipping burgers while chatting animatedly. Lewis showed up fashionably late, bottle of expensive bourbon in hand, greeting Olivia with a hug that lingered. Happy anniversary, you two, he said, clapping Henry on the back like an old pal. Henry smiled warmly, steering Lewis toward the cooler. As the sun dipped, Henry clinked his glass for a toast. To Olivia, the love of my life, and to Lewis, the man who's been such an inspiration to her. He paused, pulling out his phone. In fact, I thought we'd all enjoy some highlights from their collabs. With a tap, he projected screenshots onto the white sheet, hung as a makeshift screen. Flirty messages, that coffee shop photo. The yard went silent. Olivia's face drained of color. Olivia stammered, her margarita glass slipping from her hand and shattering on the patio stones. Henry, what is this? The projected images flickered, heart emojis in late-night texts, a selfie of them at a work lunch with her head on his shoulder. Lewis froze, his charming grin vanishing. Buddy, this is a misunderstanding, he started, but Henry cut him off. Misunderstanding, like how you two brainstorm after hours. Guests murmured, some edging toward the gate. Olivia's eyes welled up. It's not what it looks like. We just connect. Henry lowered his voice, stepping close. You humiliated me last time. Now everyone sees the real you. He clicked off the projector, the yard plunging into awkward twilight. Lewis bolted for his car, tires screeching. Olivia collapsed into a chair, sobbing. But Henry wasn't done. His real plan was just beginning.
Henry watched Olivia crumble, her makeup streaking as friends awkwardly patted her back before fleeing the scene. The backyard, once alive with laughter, now echoed with her muffled cries. He knelt beside her, voice steady. You think that was revenge? That was just the opener. Pulling out his phone again, he showed her a different set of messages, not hers, but Lewis's. Screenshots from an anonymous tipster, Lewis bragging to buddies about stealing Olivia, mixed with complaints about his own failing marriage back in Dallas. But here's the twist. Henry had reached out to Lewis's wife weeks ago, sharing evidence. She'd been at the party incognito, blending in as a neighbor. Now she stepped forward from the shadows, phone recording. Thanks for the invite, Henry. This'll make divorce court a breeze. Lewis's wife, Elena, pocketed her phone with a satisfied nod toward Henry. We've got enough now. Olivia, you crossed a line. Olivia looked up, betrayal etching her face not just from the exposure, but from Henry's calm alliance. How could you? She whispered. Henry shrugged. You started this at the last party. I just finished it. As Elena left, promising to keep things civil for the kids' sake, Olivia stormed inside, slamming the door. But the real twist hit Henry later that night, alone on the patio. Scrolling through his own phone, he found old messages to his ex-colleague Sarah, flirty, emotional, hidden for months. He'd been no better. Revenge tasted hollow now, the mirror reflecting his own hypocrisy. Their marriage? Shattered beyond repair, both guilty in the end. The backyard lights died, leaving Henry alone with the ashes of his revenge. Olivia walked out that night forever. But staring at his own hidden messages, he realized he'd burned them both. Sometimes the sharpest flame cuts the hand that lights it. Subscribe to Revenge Flame for raw, twisted truths every week. Hit that button now.